Does your child seem to argue with you all the time? Strong-willed, argumentative kids can be very difficult to deal with. We love them, but sometimes we wish that they would just be quiet and accept our guidance without discussion. In this video, I want to share a couple of points from my own experience, both as a clinical psychologist, but also as a parent, on how to connect with your child and what to do when they argue. So let's dive right in. This can be so difficult, but if your child argues all the time, I want you to first ask yourself, am I a credible parent? What does it mean to be credible? I've actually developed a whole course on credibility, but let's talk about this briefly here. Sometimes it's easier to define something by what it's not, so let me share with you a true story that occurred many years ago. I was a young psychologist, just a couple years into my career, and I was working mostly with kids and teenagers and their parents. And I was at a super Target. If any of you ever been to a super Target, you know it's just a huge store with practically everything you'd ever need. Well, I had just walked into this store. I was in my own little world, and I hear this loud commotion coming from somewhere right near in front of me. And here I see this young boy, he's probably 7 or 8 years old, and he had just grabbed something and started running away from his father. And he was running down this long, really long, super long aisle. And I heard the father yell, "Ben, get back here right now." And I mean, he was yelling loudly. It definitely caught my attention. Well, he was standing in the middle of the aisle, and he's watching Ben get smaller and smaller as he's running in the opposite direction. And this is true story. Dad says, "Ben, don't make me count. Do not make me count." And Ben was showing no signs of slowing down. So Dad started counting. 1, 2, 3. Now, just a side note, when my mom counted when I was a kid, you were still okay at 1, but if you got to 2, you knew things were about to get bad. And if she made it to 3, you needed to either run or do exactly what she was telling you to do. I mean, it was no joke with my mom. But back to this dad. At 1, Ben was running quite comfortably. At 2, his speed picked up. At 3, he's sprinting. At 4, now I'm starting to get entertained. Like, this is interesting to me, and I'm not lying when I tell you this dad actually made it to 17 before Ben reached the end of this long aisle and disappeared around the corner. I think 17 is an interesting number. That's a lot of counting. I'm certain that Ben didn't believe a thing his father said when the counting started. This dad had no credibility at all. It'd be easy for me to imagine that this kid argued all the time because he knew that arguing would work. Do kids argue with us because it works for them? Sometimes when we engage with them in an argument, they keep pressing because eventually they know from experience that you'll give in. In order to be credible, you'll have to stop this pattern. Now, before I share with you another example, I want to thank you for watching this video. Are you struggling to communicate with your child or to discipline them effectively? You know, none of us were ever handed a manual with all the steps and rules about how to raise kids. We have to learn by trial and error, and this channel is all about using my system of correcting and connecting to build a strong, trusting, influential relationship with your child. If that's the kind of thing you want to know more about, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share with any friends you think it would benefit. Now let's get back to the video. You also have to understand that arguing is often just what I call noise. Noise is anything that is meant to distract you in the moment. So for example, when your kids ask you why in response to some consequence, it's not really asking you why. And when you answer the why, he's now working on wearing you down. Kids are expert at the practice of engaging us in meaningless arguments and discussions. They want us to give them reasons for everything we're doing. And we fall into this trap by thinking that by being reasonable or giving them logical explanations, that they'll understand what we want and they'll comply. I would say never answer the why question more than once. Just think of it as noise and don't engage in that conversation. If your child continues to argue, you may want to up the ante and let this be one of the battles that you pick. And you have to remember that whenever you pick a battle, you have to win that battle. Now, let me give you a word about battles or power conflicts. If you pick every battle, you will lose them all. It's the single best way to teach your kids how to blow you off. So just pick the battles that are most important to you. So if you're going to pick the battle of arguing, and I would, that'd be a battle I would pick. I would consider these 3 suggestions. Number 1, discipline with neutrality. Number 2, discipline with empathy. Number 3, discipline with consistency. What does neutrality mean? That just means that when you impose a consequence, you're firm, but you're neutral. So when my oldest daughter used to argue with us, I used to say this one phrase that she hated, but I'd say, okay, now we're at 10 pine cones. We had these trees in our yard that dropped thousands and thousands of pine cones. That means she had to go pick up and throw away 10 pine cones. If she'd persist, I'd say, okay, now we're at 20. And sometimes we would make it into the hundreds with her. But I'd be neutral. I'd be kind. I'd be empathetic. I actually believe that it's hard to do, but I believe that being empathetic and disciplining can coexist together. It just means that you set boundaries while being neutral and empathetic for their consequences. In a sense, you're just commiserating with them about the consequences they're about to suffer from. You're definitely not rescuing them from the consequences. You're not alleviating them from the consequences, but you can commiserate with them. So for example, you might say to your daughter, oh, Sarah, I hate that you have to miss going out with your friends tonight. I really wanted you to do that. I wish you got your report done earlier. Lastly, I would say discipline with consistency. This just means that if your child is arguing and you find consequences such as pine cones or anything else that you think is somewhat painful, it has to be a little painful, you're just so consistent with your responses that your kid learns pretty quickly that this is just how you're going to always react. Are you looking for a more effective way to connect with your child and build long-term positive influence? Maybe your child's misbehaving or going through a difficult phase, or you're struggling to know how to discipline them, or even sometimes just how to reach them at all. Well, I've got over 25 years worth of experience in clinical psychology, working with children, young adults, and their families. And I put together a 4-part video series that is completely free to watch and available online for immediate viewing. Just go to the link in the video description below, or you can go to www.correctandconnect.com. Enter your details, click the button, and I'll send you immediate access.